Alright, we're going to start a little bit early today because I didn't want to join the lobby a little early. So hello everyone, hope you're having a good evening. Okay, I mean this seems like the hand we'd want to see. Maybe that wasn't the right picks, but as you can maybe tell, we're trying to play World Tree Ayla. Let's see if I can make this a little bit. It's probably still readable. I think I actually don't need... Well, actually playing Peace turn 1's good, but let's mulligan for a better hand. Yeah, this seems like a better hand. Actually have targets here. So yeah, the idea is like, hey, we want to get World Tree down early, and then we can basically be woo. The concessions we have to make is like Mayfly is much less good, and I suspect there's going to be a reason why this isn't good. But our opponent, we'll have to see. I think we've got a really good asset matchup because of the 2x miss bones. Let's see. So what we're going to do is we're going to go slot on the telework, whack the telework. We'll add World Tree to our hand. And we'll slap the Cubon on HQ. I think next turn looks at the like install World Tree, click telework, dirty laundry R&D. Selling the telework for daily casts. But wow, YouTube's popping tonight so far, according to Restream, but very weird. Different things do different ideas. Okay. So we're gonna go telework, World Tree, laundry, R&D. Actually, we have a very nice turn here, I think, where we go this. We grab a Miss Bones. We will not steal the Bologna on the top. We will run server 3. And we'll trash this for free. We might even just go and proactively get the misdirection here. Is that going to be the Ares? Oh, it's the license acquisition. Okay, sure, that's fine. 2 credits means I can maybe actually make this run on HQ. We have targets, but honestly, it's so slow to draw them versus playing Diesel. Hey, Ixaron, let me turn down the music a bit. It is still a bit loud for me. And it actually makes it a little hard for me to think. Be more vibes music in the background. So what's my target? I think it's just running. Hey, Cole, glad to hear you're loving it. I guess it's going to be the Cubon. And we'll grab... I'm really tempted to grab the Conduit, but we'll grab a misdirection here. Yeah, I guess we'll steal that Bologna now. We'll go here. Pay 4 to trash. I think we can go here and pay 3 to trash, or really pay 1 to trash. And then we'll click for a credit. Both flaws, I'll take a look at that after this game. Let me copy that over. Be interested to see if this is a powerful enough deck. But this looks a lot like my... I don't like the Harbinger as much when you can't tutor it for free, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong is the honest answer here. This is also weird because this is the, like... This is the second game I've played, and both games have been... Actually, the first one's against Asset Spam Reality Plus. This one's against Asset Spam NEH. So, we'll see. But let's go Diesel here. That's value Diesel. We'll go and grab... I think I want a little bit more econ up front here. Oh, I have the... Actually, I should have grabbed the daily cast. What am I doing? Oh, well. I guess with the telework, we turn over actually much faster. It's like 2 clicks for 9 credits, which is pretty good. Yeah, it's the... One of the things I'm finding, honestly, that's tricky is, like, there's just not that many players that are playing what I think are good corp lists, or corp lists that this is going to struggle against, is maybe the better word. Yeah, we can take 2 tags here. News Teams doesn't RFG, which is annoying, but... Yeah, I mean, playing a 60-card runner definitely beats PE, so... So do I have any good programs here? No, honestly, I think these cards are dead. Like, I just don't get to play with them, so I maybe shouldn't have... When I got World Tree, my opening Ayla draw, I probably need to be like, okay, what cards do I want to filter out of my deck? Because I don't want to actually draw them. Because, like, 2 clicks for a Diesel, it's... hardly better than just clicking to draw. I guess it is technically better when I think about actual resources gained. No SMC is tricky. Man, this turn's just such a waste. Okay, let's just do this. Yeah, like this is like I actually don't have good targets here right now, so I probably need a little bit more draw. Yeah, Ixaron. So I don't remember if I said anything last time. I've gone through and made a spreadsheet nominally of all the agendas I want to include. Is this gonna be fully op NEH? That'd be pretty wild. Let's see if we can get anything down. Ugh. Okay, I guess actually what I do is I let subroutines fire. Because I have my breakers, I can turn this SMC into a Ngolo. And so I save some money that way. Oh, here we are. Here's the Dr. Nukas, which is actually maybe what I should have grabbed at some point here. I guess actually let's go and... This is not a good ordering because there's some cards I can't deal with here. This is actually a great example of a card that I can't deal with here. So that's a bummer. But we have 4 cards in hand, so we're not dead. Oh, a 3060 Ti is nice. Yeah, so I have rough, I have sort of my strategy for how I want to build out the draft, and then it's sitting down and doing it. But I have a bunch of things I need to be doing right now. I need to be putting together an article announcing that we're going to start doing monthly online tournaments. And when I say we, I mean NSG. And then, so I need to write the article and make sure I have volunteers lined up for the first one. And then I need to also write some stuff for playtesting down. And then I also need to get Aesop's tables finished. And then I feel like I can work on the draft. So it's just like this weird ordering thing. Where like it's something I really want to spend time on, but also part of me is like, oh shoot. There's no World Tree trigger because I'm a dummy. I could have gone like this, and then we'll just remove this tag and we'll we'll play this turn poorly, but yeah, those are all the things I want to get done. So while Limited's like a fun little project, it's something that I have to be a little bit judicious about actually doing. I could see Nuka being an Earthrise. I could see running both even. I think having enough draw is like a major challenge for the deck. So I think the change I made before going live was going to a second Dream Net. No, what did I go to? I went to a second Beth instead, and a second Dream Net's much better. Yep, you got it. Okay, so this is actually quite nice, because we can go... Oh, I don't have any MU. Ugh. So this installs a paperclip for 2. And then smoke this for another 2. So that's 5 credits. Giving me 1 credit to deal with this ice. And it means I can't get the conduit down unless I click for a credit. I honestly think I can make... I'm going to just let that live for a turn, I think. We're going to run R&D. We're going to turn this into, I think, a Dream Net. That can stay. And then we'll last click Creative Commission. And we'll discover if I was very, very wrong. Well, I think I'll be okay. This also makes me want to do more Into the Depths and Golo as a general Shaper game plan. Okay, great. So, run order here is going to be, let's run server 9 first. Nope, we will install paperclip from the heap. We will match and fully break the ping. I guess we're not world treeing anything. I probably care less about the Nuka campaign this turn than I do about the server, about the Sansan. Sure. We'll break pop up. And we'll have fully break the ping. We will trash the Sansan. And so if I click for... Yeah, it's the same either way, so... yeah, this is just to get MU. That's all this card is here for. And like in theory, it does R&D pressure. Ixaron, there's... If you search in GLC, I have posted the link several times that a friend of mine made... that is just a slight, like, it's, they just, I don't know exactly how they did it, but they just went in and somehow tinkered with the code to make Proxy Nexus work. I think no one knows how to get in contact with the dev for Proxy Nexus, because the fix is pretty easy. Yeah, the code pen. We're getting HHN? Yeah, we are. I'm trying to think how I can get 6 credits really quickly here. And I think the answer is we don't. Then I click for credits. And like we just... Oh, I guess I could have... No, yeah, I couldn't have gone to low enough tags, so... We're just going to hope they don't have Boom in hand. But... yeah, 33 cards left in the stack. Probably need to manage econ a little bit better. Are we going to score server 11? Nope. Okay. DreamNet trash is interesting. I don't love the piece in our time, but I think it might be correct here just to handle our issues. Let's see. We don't want the telework here. We could no. I think it's just like install this top hat so that we can go and get Cyberdelia on the R&D run, and then the turn after that we can get the conduit on the R&D run. I guess you do that actually in the other order. The problem is like the number of servers we can run successfully is not super high right now, and we're not making money off of runs yet. I actually wanted these to be at the Cyberdelias first, I think. Also, Swifty, thanks for coming by. Don't see you here often, but a second Sansan. That's not great for me. It's not great. Not with both bones down. Nope, that can stay. What we're gonna do instead is this. Oh, sick. That's hilarious. Just hard call the shots. I think unless I'm just gonna assume that my opponent. Oh, actually, on 0 credits, my opponent can't go for the win. So I think that's actually well. No, I mean just making the run is fine. Just stack it up for next turn. And that can stay. Okay. So I probably should have just called 5 again, it looks like. Next turn, we throw out the Cyberdelia, conduit a couple times. We get 2 fresh cards off the top here, which is quite nice. And if Quilana clicks the 2 credits, we have to figure out if we're going to just go and trash the Sansan, which I think is probably the best line, especially because it's behind a pop-up. We can even like run R&D a couple of times and then make the decision. It was, and I've already forgotten the cards on top of R&D. I know there was a fun house. And then this is a DBS that they just drew, I think. Okay, ping, yeah. Okay, so I have to assume that's the ping on R&D, but they don't actually have enough credits. Ah, that's the we have enough credits to ping me now. So it becomes very expensive for me to... Oh, here's what we do. Okay, so it's 3 credits to make this conduit run, plus the tag I'm going to get. We're not going to install paperclip from the heap. We're going to fully break ping. We're going to breach the server. We're going to resolve World Tree, trashing this to grab our... Actually, we grab our last EZMZ because it saves us a credit, and Cyberdelia won't save us anything. No, let's just get the Cyberdelia. Let's get our late game econ going. Endless Eula, Sansan City Grid, Biotic Labor, Biotic Labor. Okay. Now we will draw a card, sure gamble, remove a tag. Opponent can purge here. What they actually need to do is get to 2 credits and shuffle with spin, I think. I think I know all of those cards, but maybe I don't. Now we have the MU, the install paperclip for 2 credits, and then breaking it is free. We get back 1 from Cyberdelia. I can't World Tree away anything relevant here. Ugh. You know what? I'm going to say that they just don't have Boom. Boom is not real. Neither is QPM. Both cards don't exist. You know what? We can pretend they exist a little bit. Just everyone, we're down the mud without any solid econ. There has to be a purge at some point. A purge and a shuffle. Oh, actually, no. I guess they just win the game here, right? That's the thing that actually happens. I'm just a dummy. I think you can definitely run Cleaver. In this list to be pretty happy compared to the paperclip I'm running. Thanos, we definitely could have. My assessment was the hand was probably empty. Okay, we're just gonna run R&D for free here. Yeah, having 2 Cyberdelias here would be very nice. Oh, you know what we do? We sell this, and we grab Cubon and put it here. And then we make this run on R&D. I forgot that I had this trick. Oh yeah, I knew those cards. Okay. I mean, it's just making me money, though. This is the same thing as clicking for credits, but it also gives me a chance to deny them stuff. Oops. Okay. So they either, like, presumably they have a Bologna in hand, I think. And they can't quite biotic fast advance of Bologna. They have to get 2 biotics and fast advance of Bologna is very difficult to do. But they must have just had it in hand this whole time and missed it last turn. GG. Yeah, they just missed the win last turn because they didn't draw that off the top of R&D. Okay. Oh, they popped the spin. I missed the spin. Thank you. When did they shuffle the spin? I just completely missed that. Wait, when did they shuffle spin? Oh, right there. Okay, cool. Makes sense. Yeah. I think if I remembered the Cubon trick earlier, I would have actually had time to go and pop the Sand. Yeah, that's probably true. Probably the better play that turn was after I do the first Cubon run, to then run the Spin Doctor, and then go and set up the lock. Yeah, that's definitely a better play. We'll do one more with this before we make any modifications. Whoops, that's not what I want. Yeah, I think we should be fairly up on that sort of matchup most of the time if I don't play like a dummy. I suspect this list looks like it needs more econ, and that the peace in our times are really not it. Hey, thanks, Kolana. Good job spelling the spin line. Our last Ayla card was a telework contract. So it's like a 3-click, 3-credit commitment, then a 4-click, 6-credit commitment that we then can World Tree away as a 7th click or something like that. It's just real rough. Oh, good. Cat's here to beat me up. Okay. This seems fine. This seems potentially useful. I'm happy to have this. We'll grab that, I guess. This is not a good hand with what we drew. This is a much better hand with what we drew. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna go bingo, bango. Honestly, I think I'm gonna grab daily cast and throw that down this turn. I don't have a good World Tree target in this hand. It might be like, once again, doing the World Tree SMC, grabbing Golo for 2 credits. Which I don't love as a play, but... Okay, we're gonna get HHN'd, I guess. But, oh, I should see what we grab. Yep, hard-hitting news. So the question is how many Econ Warfares we also get hit with. That's the actual difficult question here. We can actually just actually, we can't grab the SMC because we're full on MU. Yep. Yeah, one Psych Mike wouldn't be the... No, I mean, I wouldn't play a Psych Mike, but I should fix some of the other stuff in here. Surprised she's not... They're not putting down program. Because getting misdirection would be good for me here. Hey, Rotom. I'd be shocked if I crush Cat. I don't think I'm in that kind of form. And this deck is definitely not at that level yet. Oh my goodness, this is hideously expensive. So it's 1, 2, 3. I mean, it's the same as paying into the trace. Oh my god. All right, what we're going to do... I was going to try and grab the telework. But that's not what I'm going to do. We're just going to grab a second daily casts. Oh. That's brutal. So freaking brutal. Here comes the Econ Warfare, I would guess. Yep, there we go. Yeah, bro. What if there was a way to break it for a reasonable cost with a card I have in my hand? Oof. Well, okay, 2 Gaslights are down, so odds are Cat doesn't have the boom, right? I'm going to add the DZMZ, click for some credits here. And we'll just draw once, just to make sure that they don't get a cheeky end of the line kill. Oh, yes, that is correct, Sadstug. It is definitely pay 1 so that you ended with 4. Ugh. Oh, that's a bad play. Undo click. We're going to undo that. Yeah, we just play this incredibly slowly now. At some point, we get to actually use our Bregalter and stuff to start running again, but Cat's got a... You're kidding me here. Okay. Well, we got Nuka to get us back afloat, so... That's almost something, right? We'll be at 3 credits. We can definitely play our dirty laundries. Lol. What the heck? Lolly lolly lol. Okay. What do I even do here? I feel like all of these cards are trap cards here. Yeah, finally our econ hardware is here. Well, if they're going to take away my econ programs, I need my econ hardware. Because playing other econ cards is passe. We do need another piece in our time. Well, I mean, if we have 0 credits, we can't get Econ Warfare, right? That's how you play Netrunner. I would guess their agenda suite is going to be... Maybe they could be doing a 2 GFI... I actually have no idea what okay, here's the real answer. I could go and look up what Cat's running, but I feel like that ruins some of the fun. So, there's going to be GFIs, I assume. Oh, I forgot about this. Oh, no, it's this list. Yep. Okay. Okay, well, it's not going to have to do us 2 turns in a row. Yeah, I mean, this is threatening to win, I guess, which is not a bad threat. Sure gamble. You've only got 5 credits. We can make it in with 1 click left. There's no such thing as any card that stops us here. NGO front does blow us up here. Yep, NGO front does blow us up here. No targets here. There we go. I mean, actually, the conduit we could also trash. We're not installing that this game. This is sort of what I expected this... I mean, we technically can make it back in there, but I don't think it's worth it in particular. I'm really tempted. It's 1, 2, 3. I make back 3 credits. So this is a 1 credit to run HQ thing. But we're just going to draw. And minimize our losses. Oh, if they score this turn... Well, A, they should just win here. Yeah, that's the Bologna. GG. Yeah, Crash, Offworld Office, Bologna makes sense. And then Headline to round it out. Yeah. I mean, this is the definition of a greedy deck. And there's probably ways to fit more consistent econ into it. Yeah, well played, Cat. I don't know if you're back yet. But I'm trying to think what changes we want to make. Well, okay, there's some easy ones. We don't need two Beth. It's like I want to actually cut some of these superfluous cards just to make things a bit smoother. The two... I'll try it. I'm not convinced that Nuka's actually... that Earthrise is a solution to problems that we have. Maybe the passive draw is a big deal. 16 events maybe isn't enough for Anacam. Yeah, Clickless Draw does seem good. That's where I'll agree with you for sure. Do you just cut the Anacam because it's actually kind of an expense? Like, I feel like you could play a Pantograph if you really want a console, but I don't know that you even need one. Maybe you just play 6M plus 6MU. Is there any other cheap hardware that we can deal with, that we can make use of? You could, I wonder, I feel like cutting a Miss Bones is bad. Running Buzzsaw is probably, like, it's probably better to cut. Oh, you're right, I definitely need Overclock, thank you. Okay. Yeah. I like Cubon, so yes is the short answer. With 19 events, that's a third of our deck. We can probably use an Anacam over a Pantograph. Because the big thing to me is this is a 0 to install program that we can get a use out of and then world tree it away, and it's kind of 5 credits. Yeah, Daredevil is definitely a tempting console, but I feel like Daredevil is blank, a blank 5 plus 2 MU until the game's already over. So that's why I'm not looking at it. But I should change the name of this deck. I'm trying to remember. Okay, so let's see. We'll call this one, yeah, So Much Larger Than Life. That seems like a good deck name title. There we are. Okay. Yeah, it's almost worth. It's tricky because I feel like 2 Miss Bones is fairly well. Maybe it's not essential. Maybe you can get away with 1. You can definitely cut the Buzzsaw. Like, there's 4 influence floating around here. You maybe don't need to do Begalter. You could be less greedy. Like, I don't know. Like, Begalter is really good, but it's not. Oh, we're playing this matchup again. I actually like Top Hat. Overclock seems good. Do I put the Conduit on and the Turbine on? Probably not. I think we're just grabbing early Econ here because we kind of whiffed. Yeah, this is going to be Asset Spam Reality Plus. So we're going to take a turn off. Oh, I forgot that we whiffed completely. Whoops. That's not great. We just whiffed entirely. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and grab our Dirty Laundry, I think. Oop. Things have gotten a little funky here. The Gauntlet is 1 influence, 2 MU, and HQ pressure. Sick tech, sick tech. Let's draw. Okay, we're in Whiff City. Do we just start checking these servers? Hit me with that Spin Doctor. Super Corridor is a card that is printed. I don't think anyone has said that, though, in your defense. It's probably a reasonable one. Actually, if you want to bounce these econ assets back to my hand, I don't think I care that much. Yeah, Super Corridor is maybe actually the correct one. Okay, so I think I go click Telework. Trash Amani Sinai because can't let that one live with our entire game plan. One's going to draw 2, makes some sense. We'll remove the tag and install the daily casts again. I honestly might like first click VRcation next turn. Because I think that's how I keep up on tempo here. Well, I mean, like this is a feels bad. It's definitely a feels bad. Super Corridor and Basilar Synth Gland. Yes. Honestly, I would not mind the Basilar Synth Gland. Okay, which of these do I care more about? Probably the initial offset here. I think I don't need 3 overclocks. I probably don't even need 1 overclock this game, but... Yeah, like there is a part of me that's like, oh, hey, I also think there's probably just like a reggish shaper that just plays hippocampic, or not hippocampic, sorry, the other one, the good one, the plus a click one, Basilar Synth Gland, and just like charges at people and says P's not a deck. Sure, yeah, just install Naked Price X. That seems like a great winning line. I guess I have to clear 2 tags, but... So yeah, it is a winning line when you play like a dummy. I don't know why I trashed it. Just leave it. Absolute buffoon move. Okay. An SMC would be really nice here. I guess it's just start to run HQ, right? Because we've sort of, yeah. Let's get our draw in by running HQ. Cool. Let's get some more draw in. Let's get some more draw in. And yeah, we'll install a top hat because it costs us nothing. Our opponent might be able to actually curve out on the Lady Liberty here, which would be pretty cool, honestly. Yeah. I think they will. We could trash it and clear... Yeah, I almost just want to let my opponent curve out because holy moly, we have 6 copies in 38 that we've missed. It does feel like a crime to trash this Lady Liberty, so we're just gonna let it live, I think. Yeah, we'll go down so they can even HHN us it when they miss. Yes, the Lily Lockwell, go hard on the draw. Let's go. I don't know, like I don't think this Reality Plus deck ever beats a 419 list. But hey. They didn't curve out. Bummer. Okay, we're going to try and draw. Hey, we get there eventually. Um, I mean, like, this is just so late in the game. Like, it is just the most irrelevant thing ever. Oof. Oh, that's a bummer. Don't think I'm going to need this DCMZ. They're just going to triple advance here? Something? I mean, maybe we're not dead yet. Somehow. I should probably deal with these DBSs, but I need misdirection in hand to do that, which I guess I can go and fetch as I'm going to deal with them. So, yeah, it's run, clear it out, I guess. But yeah, this feels like it should be a fully winning matchup, and managed to find a really solid losing line on it. So, go me. So I can go run. No, I have to just do the 2 runs. Right? Yeah. We'll grab the miss. We will run server 9. Pay for a trash. Get that full value. Okay, pad campaign is good. Are they on big deal? Oh, are they gonna freaking retribution me? That'd be sick. All-seeing eye into retribution. Yup. That's a turn. Okay. We might still be alright. That suggests to me that we're okay. No action. Good. They can kind of end this. Okay. So 1 roll tree in the bin, a simul chip, install probably. Let's just overclock R&D. Okay, so what we'll do here is be really mad that I didn't put a hush in. Very, very mad that I didn't put a hush in. Tag Storm should be a fine matchup for us. Like, Cat's deck, though, is not... I wouldn't call last Cat's deck Tag Storm, necessarily. Maybe Cat disagrees. I don't think it's Tag... I don't think it qualifies as Tag Storm, though. Just thinking here. Because I could grab the World Tree. But I don't need to. Like, I can start clicking for 2 credits running server 11 and just jacking out. Hey, Satsuro. This has not been the game for me, I'll be honest. But I guess the Angolo does absolutely nothing, so it was a mistake to install. Yeah, I like this is just a I'm not playing this well. By any stretch of the imagination here. 4 credits is unfortunately enough here. This is Big Ayla. It is Big Ayla being piloted by an absolute buffoon. Yeah, this is very Big Ayla. This isn't exactly the list, but this is approximately the list. Let's go and get the actual list. Spin Doctor Res. Gaining credit, click. Yeah, I mean, just like getting all-seeing eye retribution, like you just don't win from that. So we're shuffling back a Lady Liberty, but like this is just gonna be the win. Okay, thank God. GG. Yep. Well, missing engine pieces for a full third of the deck. Here's what happens when you can't woo it out. We'll see how often that happens. There's definitely improvements to be made. I don't feel like Earthrise was helpful for me, but also nothing was helpful for me there. That's actually the kind of game, though, where I'm like, I would rather have Nuka because you just tank on Econ. And, like, yeah, you could probably cut... I feel like these Mayflies are going to be so hard to play because MU is so hard to come by. But I also don't know that you can cut them. There's definitely too much stuff. Stone Ship is a nice idea. I like it. Let's see. I actually think I would prefer a Hush over a Buzzsaw if we're going to do weird one-off tech. Stone Ship also makes sense. And then we should make some cuts, I think. We're going to be bold and cut these Mayflies. We're going to be bold and cut all but one Mayfly. Yeah, I don't like Aesop's. I'm not a big fan of Harbinger either. This seems, I don't know, it seems too fiddly. It is out of the question in Arco, yes, you are correct. DJ Fenris is a very reasonable include. Caldera, I don't think is a reasonable include, I'll be honest. Someone else doing Proco. Do I like Proco? I really like Proco, but... Mad Dash, if you're going to do Stargate, makes a lot of sense. Caldera's unnecessary. You're already playing a 60-card deck. No, Thanos, because I think on principle it's quite bad. Like, I think in practice it's just not going to do what you want it to do. This is probably a more reasonable list. I think I have disagreements with it, but I think it's a more reasonable list. Like, I think I would just swap these out for Nukas without thinking about it. I think not running... yeah, I'm just not very sold on the Harbingers. Parisha. Yeah, Parisha. No, Parisha does not do a lot. I don't think you need 2 Miss Bones. I think going for a... Like, I think that's fine. 3x Aesop seems a little bit weird. Super Corridor. Sure. But we're trying to trim cards, not add a lot. Overclock seem, well, I guess with SMC they're pretty important. Yeah, yeah. Don't want to cut draw. We can cut the coupons, fine. But then it's tricky because then we actually want other zero cost things. Yeah, I think like if you want to do Harbinger Aesops, I think that's like that's totally reasonable to do. I really just want, yeah, okay. What if I go down 2 stone? Like, the question is, do I actually want these stone ships now? Cut a DZMZ. You think cut them entirely? Let's try 55 card. Yeah, they are rough. Like, they just don't do a lot most of the time. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, every single program I can install costs more than 3, I think. Except Begalter, right? This costs 3, 4, 5, 4, 4. Yeah. But yeah, DZMZ is maybe the excessive one. And you probably only need 3 or 4 extra MU. You probably only need 3 extra MU, right? So... Okay, so we missed here. So Earthrise, Laundry, Misdirection, and I think I put Bones on here so that I don't draw it. So this is a lot of draw, not a lot of econ, but also doesn't have the cards we want. So I think we can take the mulligan here for the World Tree, and we get it. That's great. Okay, so now I'm actually lacking fodder. Oh, that's what the Earthrise is for. Okay, fair enough. And then we'll go and grab... Oh, no, we won't. Cancel. Last click, we'll play this. So that we can next turn, in theory, sell a 2 cost... Giving up 4 cards on the Earthrise is so rough. I guess I can click for credits, right? There's nothing saying I have to go and do anything. Opponent's icing pretty aggressively, which probably makes sense. Super Corridor is going to have the problem where it is literally not going to trigger this game. I think this is just a run archives for credits here. So we're going to go World Tree, run archives. I think telework actually makes me money faster here. Then I'm going to just click for a credit. Pitching a World Tree. We have Mayfly to go after this remote at some point, but until they advance a card, there's not a strong need for me to. So I install this, click for 3, I don't quite get there. Neither of those cards are particularly relevant here. I mean, if my opponent lets me get 2, I might just take the opportunity to do so. Even better. Oh, yep, sure thing. Hopefully that stays fixed. And we'll go and grab a Cyberdelia. We will draw a card, and we will click for a credit, and then we will gain 2. Too big to fail fire. Okay. So I think we can just go... I think it's something like Mayfly, Paperclip, Overclock, Server 1. And we're going to try and avoid using the Mayfly till we have to, because we're not going to get a successful run here. Okay, the question is, do I continue here? I think the answer is... So a Trebuchet Res is brutal. But that looks like that's just not going to happen. Interesting. Too bad pub. It's 7 to break. I would go to 0. It's probably better to draw a card here. Be Atlas with 2 counters? Fuck me. Everyone's doing Rig Shooter. Holy moly. We're okay. We can make this work, though. It probably won't even be too challenging. None of these cards are that important. Green, that's the card I probably would have liked, but nice. We don't have Clot, which is definitely, I'm gonna call it a bold choice, rather than anything else. And that's why Peter's list is notably better. Okay, they have 3 bad pubs, so we're breaking this for 4. I kind of want to do Hush. Run server 1 here. Oh wait, that doesn't give me, that only gives me 1 credit to break this ice. This was a mistake. You definitely click for a credit here at least. This is gonna be a Rashida, I think. Oh, no, it's not. Interesting. All right. Well, that's, I mean... That's why I'm a little skeptical of World Tree Woo. We're going to go back to what we played last week for a little bit. I want to see how that feels. Maybe people have just leveled up on their corp lists. I think that's pretty plausible too. It's also plausible that I'm just quite bad. Let's play Ngolo Freedom. That deck felt fun. I should go grab the list for this. But thanks everyone for coming by. Apologies about the cheering noises. But they're hot, or, well, they're microwave brownies, so don't have a lot of choice. Gotta kind of eat them now. With some raspberries and vanilla ice cream, so quite good. In my head, Ayla World Tree is a value deck, not quite as all in on it like Wu was. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Do you mean like I'm trying to think how you make this not all in and value? Like you just run some copies and then when you find them, you find them. And don't worry about it. When you don't, like, just don't build your deck. Like, only include cards that have function on their own. Because I suspect if you're doing that, you're better off playing a different faction, frankly. But what do I know? Not much, honestly. The other thing I thought about building was we'll do it in I'm gonna do it in Tau because he's like my favorite ID that is unplayable. We'll do 2 Bachelor Synth Clans, a Hippocampic, and maybe we'll do two super corridors. We'll do short gambles, dirty laundries, creatives. Let's see if we've found anyone yet. Deep dives, diesels, self-modifying codes, Incolo. I think what I want for influence in this list. We could do APOC, but I'm not going to do APOC and Bachelor Synth Clan. That's a little bit too much counter synergy for me. So. I mean, we could even just do... We can do a Parisia. What can we run that's just like good stuff? Fenris, Sable, let's see. The Galter, sure, just be like very efficient. Oh, we definitely want daily casts. No. Nuka doesn't replace daily casts. Diesel, excuse me. Diesel is much better, I think, than Nuka. Telework, maybe. I'd almost say this could be a Proco deck. Because we're kind of playing prepaid voice pad style econ. Like, we could go all in on that style of thing. For sure. Hey, Daijin, we're at 55 at the moment. Oh, you know what? Amakua, probably a good include. Clot. And we'll just try out everyone's favorite tech card, Hush. And then professional contacts, and we're done. I honestly haven't done the stats, to be honest. I've just been doing things sort of I feel. Oh, this is probably a pretty good matchup, I think. I don't know, well, good is maybe a strong word, but I think we have options here. I think going something like Sure Gamble, Botulus, run HQ. We will do that. We'll let the subroutine fire. Grab an ontological. I don't mind taking a core to steal an ontological. I'm thinking that's an NGO front. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Called it without even looking at it. Okay. Nice. I do like me a raindrops cut stone. Oh, now I really like me a raindrops cut stone. Don't mind letting basically anything fire here. In fact, I want a raindrops cut stone HQ here, I think. Yeah, I don't think there's any kills here. Yeah, Daijin, I remember, so I looked at the math briefly while Eric and I were talking. This is basically a click to draw, but that's fine. It keeps me the freedom counters, so that's a big deal. Ooh, that's very nice. Sorry. Let me do things one at a time. So you have about 20. You should only miss World Tree in about 25% of the games after the mulligan. World Tree or self-modifying code. Now we had 2 games in a row where we actually missed, which is makes you realize how high 25% is. Let's see. I think I'm actually okay running HQ click 1 into a Prisec. One is not rezzing on 13 credits. That is mighty suspicious. Oh, okay. We will spend... yeah, we're singling here, so we'll spend 2 clicks. Art from hands, we'll steal the ontological. We'll pay 2 and a core. Then we'll freedom trash the Managarm. And the turn. Alright, so we're on 6. Opponent seems to be playing kind of a straight up and down. I would call it like Argus tempo style, which is struggling a little bit. Okay, they're actually just flooded. Never mind. We're not playing well. Our opponent's just flooded to all get out. We'll install the Paladin, I think. We'll put back the Consume. We'll put back the Hippo. And we'll put back the Pinhole Threading. We'll draw. We'll install Yusuf. We'll draw. And we will click for a credit. I wish I could install it from Enter, but I actually think I want the paperclip in the bin. I think, like, technically, Bloop is a card. But I think my opponent can't really res Bloop right now. This is annoying that I have to go and do this, but it is what it is. We probably will trash that Echo. I think that seems okay. Then I guess we can install the... Oh, whoops. Actually... Yeah, I think we can install the Imp. Run R&D. Fully break. And we can Imp that. And then we will draw a card. Oh, consume's nice here too. We can run on R&D every turn for free. Opponent's going to asset spam out on us, I guess. Let's run server 2. Echo Spin Doctor. Okay. Let's run R&D. Nope. Oh, while it installed. Thank goodness. I think we will freedom this. Place a virus counter on consume. And we'll run R&D again. Nope. We'll go fully break echo. And the core damage doesn't matter now. We can imp that echo. Place a virus counter on consume. Oh wow, just a naked Rashida. So quite flooded. I sort of have to assume there's a bloop on HQ at this point. So we might play it a little slowly here. So that's going to be an upgrade. Draw. We'll install the fermenter. Overriding the imp. Yeah, we have a lot of time on our side. It's going to be another Spin Doctor. It is. Great. We'll draw one more time here. Finale could be fun, but we can't actually... Actually, no. We can... Wow, our opponent snuck back 2 naked Rashidas against Freedom. That is an accomplishment for sure. Okay, so either there's a Bio Vault, or our opponent's just like freaking God tier. I think actually what I might do here is hit the consume and laundry R&D so I can see what this is. I'm assuming it's going to be a bloop. Oh, it's a wave. Nice. Very nice. They add an echo. Okay. That's an interesting include. I guess they get to put that on R&D and I don't get to run for free through it with a Yusuf, but... Oh, I actually don't get to run through this. Well, I kind of do, though. There we are. Actually clicked on the box list successfully. Move the chat log down. And steal the Onto. Okay. Rough one. GG. Tough flood. Yeah, it was definitely a tough flood. So this is I think this is NGO Tranquility Grid Mr. Hendrick. I'm pretty sure is this. Yeah, I mean, he definitely had 3.5. Like, this is the thing. So, I was having this debate in the Netrunner server about how much better Jackson is than Spin Doctor, and I was like, "Oh, the game's too fast." And I'm like, "No, Spin Doctor is fine, but the power gap is just so big." Like, on that turn, yes, install Spin Doctor, click Spin Doctor is a card worse than install, but install Spin Doctor, click it twice, and then I get to shuffle back 2 agendas and 1 other card I care about and still bait out a run is much better than shuffle those 2 agendas back, and I have to remember, like, I have to spend, like, I think the right play for Thornwolf there is the equivalent play to Jackson Howard. And against not freedom, the runner has to invest more credits. It'd be threatening more credits. At least that's my theory. And then if you can protect it at all, Jackson Howard's value is actually pretty extreme. Because getting card draw and like getting all the smoothing that Jackson had is a huge deal. After this, maybe we'll play some Asa just to mix things up, you know. Go away from my roots. Play some Corpse. It's weird. Maybe now people have had more time to figure out runners. It felt like people were playing weird stuff, which made it hard to evaluate Corp. But Corps have leveled up in the past couple of days, I think, which helps. Yeah. Diogene, back to your question. Could Concerto be an inclusion for such a big deck? I don't think Concerto is a good inclusion because it's very heavy influence costs for not a lot of game text. Like, if I wanted to make my deck one card thinner, while still, I would just cut a card from it, rather than paying 2 influence to cut a card from it. Nope, I'm around. Alright. Real Lap, playing as Mari. This is a dicey hand, I think. We just don't have a lot going for us. Unless they go for like a Rashida turn 1. So I suspect it's better to mulligan this. Yeah, because we have some even non-event econ. I mean, I think build script probably is better than Concerto. In not Crim. And I think Concerto has some real problems in Crim as well. But it's a fun card. I'm not gonna... Well, so, okay, this is the kind of turn where... Yeah, it would be nice, but... I think we're just gonna, like, play this real slow here. I wonder what that oh okay is. Oh, sorry. Okay, interesting. That's good to know. Okay, so which card do we want here? I think actually MK, what's it? Yusuf is like a pretty reasonable card here. We'll put back the MK Ultra. We'll put back the Knobkery. And then it's just dealer's choice of econ. Okay. I think we're actually just going to take a turn off here. Yeah, this seems fine. There's no reason to run here. Like, there's no reason to run this turn. I guess is actually the better way to say it. Next turn, we can do something like install consume Laundry HQ. Maybe Laundry R&D now. Probably okay to keep going slow. For just a little bit longer. Different order, maybe I would, instead of installing the Hippo, you install the daily casts. And yeah, it's time to start making them spend money, I think. Guess we'll be able to click for 8 if we need to. Let's run HQ. Presumably this won't be a barrier. Oh, lost connection to the server. Reconnecting. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, that seems like a decent freedom trash. Run server 1 with 2 clicks. I think we're okay here. We're gonna be bold. This protects me a little bit from artificial crypto crash. Does open me up to some weird tag punishment lines. Okay. We dripped a 7, and I don't know that I care about floating 1 tag too much here. May not drip. Okay. No. We're going to let's see. So I can spend 5 to make 5 here, which seems not worth it. So we're gonna let Unbroken Subs fire here. I guess I could have trashed the Eula, but let's see. I could spend all the fermenter tokens, but I don't know that they're worth it. Like, it doesn't feel like a great use of fermenter tokens when I can instead click. Just draw here, I think. If there's a play in server 1, I think it's pinhole it and then install the SMC. Yep. Okay. So seamless launch has to be in hand. Angolo. Oh, we're gonna break both. What am I talking about? No, we're gonna save that for HQ. Nope. Nope. Let's see. Alright, well, I'll get a little punished here. Oh, interesting. Okay. So, I can run draw 3, gain 0. Or I can... Yeah, it's just gain 0. Right? Well, I think it's click for a credit. Oh yeah, running with a gain 2 and draw 2 is definitely correct. Thank you. Let's see. I guess I'll be more okay with that now. Just make my run free if I go back. And we'll let this sub fire because it's worth a card draw. And it's 1 credit, so... Don't mind so much my opponent getting 1 credit here, probably. When I'm gaining... a card off of it. I think that's a worthwhile exchange for me here. Then we can freedom this. Then we will click the consume, just to make us frustrating to put in HHN range. And yeah, I think we're off to the races now. We can just like 0 and whack ourselves. And they've probably gained 2 credits, maybe 4 credits off of Asmari this game. Toggle autovirus? Yeah, I could. I will. But, you know, all in due time. Do I want to make a run here? It's like, Dirty Laundry's only +1 here, so we're going to wait till next turn, I think. Deuces feels nice. I mean, that's almost certainly an NGO front. Costs us very little to check, though. Like, it kind of has to be an NGO front, right? Okay, we're going to expose an ice. Toll booth. Okay, that's actually pretty good to know. Nope. And Geofront makes sense. We will gain 3. We will sure gamble, and then we will 0 again. Okay, so we can actually finality at some point here. But just our remote locking seems pretty reasonable. It's going to struggle to actually make that threatening to us. Very nice. That's what we wanted to have happen. Okay. I mean, let's just be greedy, right? Two barriers don't exist, right? Okay, that makes sense. Double toll booth. Really want to find some hippos. I don't think it's worth that much to fully break. Yeah, we are in an unfortunate situation where until we go and get the seamless launches out of hand, we're sort of stuck. Doing this game. Hey, Andre. We're playing kind of badly tonight, but having an alright time nonetheless. We'll put it on consume. I don't think I've used 0 yet this turn. I have. Bummer. I think actually I might just draw here. Other option would be the finality R&D lock. Actually, maybe that's the right play because we do know what's there. And we already played an event this turn, right? So let's double up on our events. We don't care about any other cards in our hand. Hey, so we started with World Tree Ayla, and I got very frustrated with doing quite badly with it. So yes, we're back on the same deck as last week. Uh, yeah, I don't want to deal with that with any of my installed cards right now. Okay, well, that's a bummer. Really love to find my other two hippos. We even have a thinner deck. I think it's Laundry 0, Run Server 1, Run Server 1. Okay, maybe we're not going to Laundry, actually. I don't think we need to Laundry here. Yeah, I think we don't Laundry. Instead, what we can do is 0 first. We'll run archives. Placing a virus counter here. Oh, I'm actually short of credits to get in, and they can seamless here, and we lose. That's an annoying mistake to make. Very annoying mistake to make. Oh, okay. And then we will pop the consume. But yeah, I think we're not playing super tip-top shape here, I think. We do know that they haven't drawn that much, so we know that this card, so there was a Turnpike, a Hedge Fund, a Turnpike, and a Border Control. Yeah, market forces ain't real. Can't hurt us. Like, I think it's not worth it. Maybe it is. It probably was. I don't know. I would really love to hippo and get HQ open and find all the goodies that are in there. Or break down this scoring server again. But we seem doomed to not draw good cards here. Raindrops Cutstone has drawn us a card and made us 2 credits each time, so it's a easy mark run event. So it's basically another. Yeah, that's self-growth program is definitely a punisher here. Let's see. I mean, pinhole threading's too late now. We're just gonna say they don't have it, right? I mean, we can't. Yeah, we just don't have it. Yeah, I think they just got us, which happens. We don't need this. Paladin, GG's. Yeah. GG. Yeah, so hippoing the Enigma cost us the game, which is unsurprising in retrospect, but yeah, and it turns out hippoing the hippoing the Eula when we had the chance sort of probably made more sense, but I don't know. Yeah, that was good. This deck feels fine, I think. Nothing major I would change at this point. Maybe you want an extra gotcha pawn somehow. That was a good one. Yeah, the HHN was definitely unfortunate, and I should have probably been thinking about it a bit more. I had sort of been like very used to being very far ahead of their econ, so so it goes. So it goes. But also, shout outs everyone. Thank you for my last 2 videos have done really well. So thanks everyone for watching. It's been really nice to see that people like those. Yeah, they've been fun to make. Yeah, that was we were trying to get more snare bears on that, to be honest, and I cribbed a lot of notes from Jonas, but yeah, I'm not. That op list sounds interesting. It seems very fiddly to me, but op does help with fiddly things for sure. I think it's. I think it really struggles against Anarch, like by design a little bit. It's got a lot of problems. I mean, that's what he's using it for, though. He's using Half-Remnant Virus for rig destruction in that, so. Like, the list he was proposing is basically, like, make no remotes, and fast advance, and then you like, protect your essentials with the half-run combo, so that the runner can't just repeatedly get in. And maybe that works into 419, and maybe that works if Shaper doesn't exist at all. But so Raindrops Cut Stone is only good here. I think this is not a keeper. This is kind of bad. No, that was op. That was an op no server fast advance that he was talking about. I think you can do something similar in Outfit, but I think in Outfit you're like you've got a slightly different angle to it. I'm gonna throw this down. Okay, we're gonna not get HHN'd once today. Or we're gonna play this game without getting HHN'd. I don't know how we're gonna have that happen, but we are. Okay, I'm thinking this is some kind of like off-brand Thule. I want the hippo quite badly here. So I think it's something like this, click for a credit, install 0. That seems okay. I think we're going to 0 again here. And then we need to start running HQ, I think. Ugh. Okay, so we run server 2 first click because of Fairchild 3. Okay, that's fine. I think we 0 and then run HQ twice. Yep, I like that. Okay, so we're going some kind of big econ sports. We definitely are gonna just have to like click Fermenter, click Sure Gamble, click Ngolo, click 0, I think. Gain 6, gain 4, -5, oh, -3, and then hit the 0. Great. So that one's not too solid. I'm going to assume this is Hendrik. Just my default assumption these days. So we want to access this with 1 click left, I guess. So what we'll do is we'll go draw Dirty Laundry HQ and hit a snare. Bummer for us. We'll run server 2 now. We will fully break. We will not trash with Hippo. Oh, it's a Managarm. We'll pay 5. Steal a Mega Pre, that's rough. Then I think we can 0 here. We do hit the pinhole, which is unfortunate. Definitely unfortunate. Thanos, it's my default because I'm assuming my opponents are trying to make my life miserable. Managarm is if my opponents are playing well, which Close de la Roche clearly is, and so I need to recalibrate a little. I'm not used to people playing big econ sports. So I mean, we could pinhole threading that. I just don't think it's particularly worth it. Okay, we're doing kind of big deal fast advance. Probably should just start poking HQ stuff. Okay, so let's run archives. Pinhole archives. And then we will 0. And then we can RDS HQ next turn. I think it's pretty reasonable. I actually don't really want to pop the Gachapon yet. We're in a bit of a rough spot because our knob trees are only +MU, so we're going to try and tank it the whole matchup on just these 2 installed programs. But to be fair, these are a pair of pretty good programs. Okay. Let's go for HQ here. I think we can break anything in the game. No, we won't, but we will go click, 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 and Hippo. And sure, we can get rid of that. Oh, that was the reason I was thinking Hendrik. Was because I had seen stock buyback. So I think I'm okay giving up this finality. Sure gamble. Let's run HQ again here. Nope. We'll match and fully break the Fairchild. We'll rip that GFI. And we will draw a card. This is a tricky one. I think we can ditch the Gachapon. And hopefully we find something to install. Though, maybe I should think about that some more. Because the only installable I really have is Hippo and Knobkery here. I guess DreamNet and Daily Cast are my other installables. Consume. But yeah, I think it was actually lose the... Paladin. If I top deck the Knobkery, I'm just a god, but holy shit. That's great. You cannot gacha hardwares. That's why I was like, on it. Okay, so I think we shuffle, we snipe the shuffle here, and we go for server 2. Nope. And fully break. Wow, double spin. I actually don't mind that too much, though. It means that Close de la Roche, he has to dump quite a bit of cards here. Stock buyback and unseen. Don't mind that. Okay, we're in a pretty decent spot, I think. It is expensive to run HQ, but we're probably going to go daily cast, run R&D. Well, it's probably actually, let's do this in a smart order. We're going to run R&D first. No. We can match the strength of Hagen. We can break one subroutine. Done. And this is trash one non-decoder refractor or killer. We will place a virus counter on Knobkery. We see a biotic labor. That's unfortunate. We'll install a daily cast and we will whack 0. Ooh, that's great. And then we're going to draw again. Ooh, okay, we are starting to cook with some real gas here. And yeah, because now we can run R&D for net 0 virus counters. Oh, I missed what our opponent did. Click for credits. The other option is something like install DreamNet. Run HQ to try and snipe the biotic labor out of hand. We'll pay 3 to trash that. Raindrops Hagen to draw. Yeah, I think that's the right call for sure. Yeah, because this is pretty solid. Okay, fantastic. Oh, one counter short. Brutal. Ooh, that's a great draw for us. But we want to keep that secret for a turn, so we're going to just draw a second time. This is maybe why you don't just go and break the Fairchild for absolutely no reason, but, you know, we're in the world we're in, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm actually just going to play this Raindrops as a gain 2 credits event, I think. I guess we don't need to. It's worth it. Actually, no, it's not. It is not worth it. We're gonna run HQ, not install the Blorch, fully break the Fairchild, RFG with Hippo, Knobkery, place a virus counter here. No, I think my opponent wants to install an Ansel. I don't mind. Oops. Oops. Undo click. Undo click. We want to exploit the open HQ while we can here. Not a bad rip. A very nice rip considering our opponent just got to the credits they need to fast advance that out. And then we will run HQ a second time. I guess we'll freedom it this time just so we get some value out of the ID. I think because we know there's a biotic in there, it's more valuable to go after HQ a second time than to go after the draw in 2 credits on R&D. But I could see arguments going in different ways on that one. RDS on R&D, we might just win. I don't think it's too likely. I think we basically hit all of their non... all of their non pointed ones. Let's see. I do not mind suffering a core damage at this point in the game. That seems absolutely fine to me. If this is a Managarm, what we can do is we can laundry server 2. We'll spend click on it. Oh, the run is still successful though, which is a weird ass interaction. So this would cost me 6. So I can't really break it. Well, I could though, right? Do I go after that? Or do I go after HQ? I think I'd rather go after HQ here. Botulus on HQ also makes some sense. I don't mind putting Botulus after they res, though. We will freedom that. The problem with Botulus, well, it's not really a problem with Botulus. Yeah, we can do that. Oh, they get Rashida by me. That's actually maybe fine. I'm a virus token short on the Hagen right now. Well, I guess we have Paperclip. They have 10 cards left. It's a little surprising that we haven't seen more agendas, I guess. Yeah, so their ontologicals are 4/2s now. Which I think is would be the argument for why keeping the point was worth it. Okay, so HQ definitely has stuff in it. Let's see. Let's 0. We get stuff. We get the hippo a little too late. We will run server 5. Oh, sorry about the chat. Let's draw. Deuces seems solid. Let's see. Yeah, they don't win off of whatever in server 2, right? So I think we're actually just going to do the build script. Tuck away an MK. So, can I dirty laundry here? My dirty laundry HQ is really the question here. I think so. Fermenter does get me into R&D. I have lots of ways to get into R&D, though, actually. I can install a paperclip for 2 to get into R&D. Oh, that's bad. Let's see. Thinking. Yeah, I think I still take the access. Okay, DreamNet, Knobkery, and we got the ontological. GG's. Yeah, I mean we made a lot of runs there, so I think that's pretty reasonable for us to have won. Oh wow, Audacity in hand. I wasn't counting the Audacity, yeah. I mean, this says 24. We never ran archives. We saw a couple in H. Yeah, Jamie, I started playing Big Ayla and wasn't impressed. Hey, Uranium Jones, thanks for coming by. Yeah, I stream Wednesdays. The premier Netrunner streamer Andre streams on the Metropol grid on Thursdays, starting at about, I want to say 8:45 Eastern or so. A lot of Sandberg going around. And yeah, we've got, I think, Ballroom Woo streams Mondays. There's a good little cadre of us. Most of us also post on YouTube. So thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I do think you want to do something different. The other Shaper deck, like, you know what? Let's play this nonsense as well. Where are we? Oh, you know what we do want, though, is we want a Beth in this list. I think there's a lot of Corpse stuff that has legs right now. Like, I think Corpse space got opened up hugely. Hugely. What's my cut here? I don't want it to be this, because my whole plan is to deep dive, and I want to see this before I see my deep dives. I guess I don't need two Amakuas, right? So the question is then, how do I spend my influence more efficiently somewhere? I could cut two deuces. We can throw in a Bravado. Or actually maybe a Katorga Breakout. And one prepaid voice pad. With 17 events, should we be on Anacam instead? Probably, right? We'll do something like this. We'll give this a shot. Also, someone needs to tell the JNet devs it's time to update it, I think. It's not quite been 2 weeks, but it has been 2 weeks, so. Clop, but no simulchip. You are correct. That is incorrect. I think we probably only need one simulchip. But now, again, we're making my life difficult, which I don't love. Who needs hands? Oh, that was the reason behind. Okay, we're gonna... I want one Hippocampic. Just so that we don't die to single tag end of the line, probably. But maybe it's the weakest card in our list. I could see it. Broco is definitely one we could cut. Yeah, 2 deep dive is probably right. Yeah, I like that. The memory diamond. Do we need the MU? I don't think we did. Okay, look, Jamie, just because I caved and put in one prepaid voice pat. Oh, okay, hold on. Hold on. We're gonna swap it up. We're gonna swap it up. None of that nonsense. Alright, time to get rolled by op. Go half run go. This is probably okay. Yep, okay. This is half run op. Cool. So let's run HQ. Show me what you got. I don't have setup to do here. My setup is click click, so we can be a little aggressive. That cost me 1 credit. Don't mind. All right. Sorry. I'm getting into concentrated mode, not like talking mode. Which I should fix. Yeah, the bad pub does hurt the ice suite a little bit, for sure. I think I might look at something like we want to get Hippo down. That's like a critical card for us. So is SMC. I think we can go Botchless here and whack the 0 and be okay. Okay, so half run is on HQ, but like it's on everywhere here. So I think it's still click for 9. Install daily casts. Hit the 0. Click for a credit. There's nothing actually threatening me to run, and to be honest, he can't play more too big to fails right now. So we don't actually need to run, I think. Like Audacity is going to be very costly right now. So I think I'm okay to do something like this. I probably should have drawn more. We're going to install advanced Audacity. Oh, okay, just get the hostile. That makes some sense. Let's 0 now, and of course we hit the Hippo because we're doing good stuff. Yeah, I can draw again here. 1, 2, 3. And we are actually pretty safe to the half run combo. We just run the Spin Doctor. We run HQ. We snipe Audacities. Like, actually, I don't know. Maybe, I guess you can win off of Audacities here, but I'm a little bit skeptical. Maybe I shouldn't be. I don't know. Maybe I'm turning on the too big to fails by running here, but we're through a quarter of the deck, 1 point scored. Sure. Yep, you can half run me. All right. Let's see. So I could go through here. I guess I should, right? Okay, that's good to know. So we will... Have we zeroed yet this turn? We have not yet, so we will zero here. Go up to 19. Trojan Horse is the difference, right? So, okay, so the goal now is to have... Yeah. Okay. Let's see. We don't have SMC. We don't have a lot of tricks here, to be honest. But the half run's not actually accessible yet. So... Knob is not installed yet. Oh. Yeah, knob is not installed yet, Jamie. Sorry, I didn't see your comment. Can I install this knob query? I suspect not. With Hippo down, this outermost can't really be rezzed here. I would expect this inner to get rezzed. Is the Stavka. Yep. I think I just lose here. This is cannot break subroutines for the remainder of the run. Nope. All right. Let's see. Let's expose an ice. What this ice is pretty important. Okay, that's totally fine for us, actually. Make it on server 3. Draw 2. And let's make a run on HQ. I should fully break the half run. Nope, Hippo can stick around here. Let's see. Stavka can fire here. We see a Stavka. That's unfortunate. We'll put down a Gachapon. I guess we still have Botulises and stuff. Like, we're not actually... We've got a Botulus, I guess, right? Yeah, I forgot about the Afshar fetching the half run. That's actually a little bit silly of me, but... Let's see. Do we have Black Orchestra in the heap? We don't. So let's try and get that. Okay, that's a little unfortunate. Let's run R&D here. Okay, I actually think our turn looks something like... Actually, no, we don't do this. We click for a credit here. I think we go for a big finality dig at some point. And we want the botulus on the R&D because it's more likely. The other thing is I'm trying to avoid the arc lockdown here. Botulus threat's still live. That is most likely the Mausolus. Yep. Okay. I mean... Okay, we're gonna do that again, Eric. Okay, because Black Orchestra is worth installing here. We'll put back Yusuf, RDS, RDS. Hey, cake, please. Okay. This is actually fine. Let's see. So I think I do just have to install this paperclip because we're unfortunately in an annoying spot. But hey, we'll steal a hostile. That feels pretty good. I think we're gonna pop down this botulus and click for some credits. Hey, cake, please. Apologies, I'm like... Whiteblade is trying to style on me, so I'm trying to at least put up a decent fight here. So I apologize, I'm talking a little bit less than I would like to, but yeah. I mean, hey, if this is how he wants to style, that's his prerogative, right? Let's do this. We didn't hit what we wanted to, but that's all right. I'm trying to remember if I have 2 finalities or not, because that's going to be a huge deal. Alright, so we break in the server for free. We can get that too big to fail, steal the right capture. We can trash that too big to fail. I actually don't mind that at all. I think we hit the fermenter, then we 0, and we feel like freaking gods. Let's see. And click for a credit here. And now I need to go and check my list to see if I was smart enough to put 2 finalities in here. Shit. Well, then I didn't do enough to win here. 3 spin doctors down. And you see the extract come down the Stavka. I feel like that's actually fairly relevant to keeping me out of HQ, considering we know this is border control here. Yeah, this play doesn't make a ton of sense to me because I can get into this server for nothing. Because I know that this is border control and I'm not afraid of running the half run anymore. Okay. Let's run HQ. We'll match and fully break half run. You probably just don't res the border control here. I guess you do. We'll spend 1. So I guess this has to be a code gate, right? On server 5. That's what's being threatened here. Okay. Yep, makes some sense. Let's see. So botuluses are committed. So Eric can be fairly confident that we're out of tricks for most servers here. Well, I mean, the fact that I'm only running 2 botuluses is just greedy. And like not necessarily knowable, but we'll threaten one. And maybe this is telling us we should play 3 botuluses. What are we grabbing from the half run here? How many code gates are you on, Eric? Curious to see. Pinhole, okay. That does nothing for us. So this is just a whiff. We'll put back Pinhole, Hippo, Steel Skin, I guess. Let's see. So we're gonna go 0, run R&D. Is this gonna be a virus? It definitely can be. All right. Bummer. Let's see. So server 5 is quite difficult to run, I think. But I probably need to actually go and run it. Yep. What of these do I not need? I don't particularly need the use of this game. Let's see. We can trash the Paladin. We're not installing any more cards this game. Yup. Yeah, it's the fact that I am not running the third Botulus is a real problem for me here. I think this is going to be the border control. Oh, okay, it's not. I don't think I mind installing this paperclip a couple of times. Let's see. So this is like 8 to break. So this is most let me think. I think I have to do it now while I have the money. All right, that's unfortunate. We'll run archive, see what we can pick up in here. And we'll just install this. Because we have time for this to actually get us to 8 credits here. None of the cards in our deck are relevant anymore. So we now have enough money to go back into R&D, I think. And I think Eric can win in 10 turns here. And I don't think I can get enough HQ accesses. I don't have a way to break Stavka's because Eric is playing 2x Arc Lockdown and managed to get them both through before I could snipe them out of HQ. Which is just like the way the game goes sometimes. Like, I don't know that this is a matchup that Eric wins that often. Whereas, like, as lopsided as this is going to look. But I guess this becomes a 6 cost next time. Yeah, and that's my mistake. I actually should have, like, knowing, like, I do know that that is the game plan. And so it was just a, yeah, exactly. Like, this is actually just a play error away from me winning. So it is what it is. Yeah, like, this is part of the reason I'm a little skeptical about the deck, is because 2 breakers does actually kind of shut it down. And it's not like, it's not hard for things to go wrong, but like, he's in the correct end game now. 4 4 4 4, yeah. So we're just doing this for a bit. Yeah, I think we just lost, so it is what it is. I'm gonna concede here. GG. Oh well. Yeah, I had the money, so like it was yeah. Yeah, I actually remain quite unconvinced about this deck. I think the Arc Lockdown's a good include. I don't know. I think this loses too easily to tech still. I don't know. Maybe that because there's no Shaper, this is fine, but we also saw we didn't see that many cards. We got locked out pretty hard. We got locked out quite hard, actually. I think we probably saw like 6 cards. What did we see? I need Eric to leave so I can go and look at the stats. But okay, now that Eric is done clowning on me, we can play our last runner list. Yeah, after image bypassing regardless. That's a good point, is that it doesn't actually stop smoke. So we made 17 runs. I'm gonna guess that 13 of those were successful, and we got 3 points. We probably were not that unfavored to win, considering how few points Eric had actually scored. So the Arc Lockdown is a really important tool to actually allow you to beat Anarch. I think that's a really smart include. Yeah, I think just to... I think Chris's point on the... Here, let's leave, go to stats, let's launch the replay. Let's just fast forward here. So part of the reason... Like, honestly, I don't make this... Yeah, it's interesting. Let's think. So I pop early there. Yeah, I'm on 14 credits, 17 credits. Yeah, okay, so he's just like, he gets away with absolute murder this game. Like, just frankly, right? So... Okay. No, he actually draws the Arc Lockdown before I can MK. So I actually I'm not safe here. Yeah. Yeah, no, Jamie, Half Run does say, when you res this, cannot break subroutines for the remainder of the run. I remember us advocating for it having more text on, or being more generous, and we were overruled. But yeah, no, Eric actually arc locked us down in the correct order. So what it probably is the correct play against this deck is on this turn, just hard install the MK Ultra. It feels shitty, because it is shitty. But it's just, like, if I have MK Ultra and Ngolo down, the deck completely loses, I think. Hey, Cake Please. So, this was implemented a little bit over a year ago, I think. This is if you start a new lobby, and I'll show you in a second, you can check a box that says save replay, and then you can pop into the replay and see everything. You can't see the order of your opponent's deck, but so Andre, he needs to have a significant money lead to go Trojan Horse Lockdown, and then also line up the combo after that, right? And Trojan Horse, again, only triggers if I actually go and trash something, which I don't need to do. And it's not like, again, like, if this is a major meta consideration, you run 2 MK Ultras, you can run, or you run 3 Botuluses, either of which would have solved this matchup. Like, you get, even when we walked into this, right? A single Botulus wins us the game. Single Botulus gets us into here, it gets us into here. Any of those is winning, I think. I don't know. Like, maybe this deck is the real deal, but it seems very, I don't know. Like, it's not all in a kind of standard sense, because it's got, like, a robust game plan. But, like, it's not hard for us to have, like, we hit 0 points on finality. Yeah, no one's going to tech into this until it wins something, right? But you don't need to tech. Like, you can just, I think you can just play well into this list, genuinely, and be totally fine. We can go and look at accesses, right? Access. So no access there. So 1 successful run. So we see 1 card. So probably should be running a little bit more with nothing installed, probably. Oh no, I start installing things. Yep, so it makes sense to delay running. None of these are runs, right? I've not played any run of it. Oh, I did do an RDS at some point, I guess. But I don't know, like, installing 2 killers for Anarch is legit hard. Installing 2, you don't need to have 2 killers necessarily installed in Anarch at the same time, right? Like, you can have one, as long as you don't have both of your bin breakers in the bin at the same time, you don't lose to this deck. It's that this Freedom deck is running 1 Black Orchestra, 1 MK Ultra, and 1 Paperclip, makes me vulnerable. I'm basically playing Crim in this particular matchup. The Angolo is not quite enough. And we can probably make the reasonable cut of an Imp for a Botulus. I think that's not the end of the world. I need to find 2 killers to get a successful run on that access. But it doesn't mean that that's not actually the problem I need to solve. There's not any single must accesses against this deck, would be my point. Let's see. I haven't played Finality yet. Here, what happens? I run through, I get an access, I spot the border control, I run through, I get the Gachapon down. I also don't know how you actually score out against Shaper, right? Let's say a Shaper installs Clot against you. Is it Arc Lockdown, and then they simul-chip, and you... I guess you have a lot of Maviruses. Maybe that's how you do it, yeah. But I don't know how... Yeah, I guess you just Mavirus on the Central. Yeah. I think, like, Angolo is definitely the card you want here. Man, actually, sniping that Mausolus was really important. Oh, wait, do I actually go and do this? Fuck. Okay, so I actually don't need to lose this game at all. Because what my actual play here is run half run, install Black Orchestra, and bounce. Right? Run here, install Black Orchestra, and bounce. I'm completely safe. Because I haven't trashed anything. Or no, I have trashed as Trojan Horse access at least one card. Okay, so I'm not completely safe, but I'm reasonably safe. Yeah, okay, so better play here. We roll forward. Instead of installing this Botulus, which I don't need to do, I run the half run and click for a credit. Right? Or no, where was the Botulus installed? How did this Botulus come down? I'm very confused. Oh, it does come down at... Okay, it's this click is this. So instead of installing this using the Paladin credit, I should be running the half run, get the Black Orchestra installed, and the match is completely different because it doesn't get arc lockdown. Yeah, and we see one off of finality here. And then, yeah, we're going to pop the Af Shard, lock me out, and we're all set. But yeah, so I actually think this Freedom matchup is fine. We made a couple of big mistakes, and that cost us a lot. Yeah, running Archives was also technically a mistake here. It cost me a lot of credits. And yeah, like you could imagine a world where, hey, like it's not like I was unable to win here. So I don't know. It's going to be a very good corp. I expect Eric to go and win something with it. I don't expect it to run the meta, I think. Oh, I have to reload the page here. Who was it? Yeah, Cake Please. Yeah. So it literally is just in your, if you make a lobby here, there's a save replay button at the bottom of the options list. And you get your full replays. I need to start doing actual replay reviews. And yeah, like I also do think JTFQ's point is quite good, where Anarchs are just made of money right now between liberated accounts and Fermenter. Like, I'd be a little surprised if you're consistent. Oh man, this is a pretty sick draw though. This is a pretty sick draw. We may not have damage to deal with Grinder, but this draw... Genuinely, I might sure gamble Proco. So... Yeah, I agree, Andre. People will get super upset when that deck wins something. 100% agreed. Yeah, people will be like, how could this possibly be? I can't possibly play two copies of Breakers in my deck. So it will get... Eric's just constantly fishing out for ban list stuff. Just to show how soft the Netrunner community really is. Okay. So we will just DL Archives here. And then go this, and then do that. Yeah, Lockout Debts being good is usually being really good is usually a bad sign. I totally agree. And to be honest, part of why I'm skeptical that deck is good is because I think you can just play Tempo Corp and be fine again. Like, genuinely, I think that's a totally reasonable option in most cases. So Otakrun saying, right now I sort of feel like Op is probably the best choice if your opponents haven't played against it much. Against that particular list, that's going to exploit it a lot. I think Op is very solid. I think people overestimate how much it can really do. But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely it's without a doubt a incredibly powerful ID. Is Regenesis really good against an unsure field? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I do think if you want to, like, if people decide that op list can't possibly survive 2 months, and we can't learn to adapt around it, what you do is you just ban Arc Lockdown, which is rotating anyway in, like, a week. Let's expose this ice. Oh. Yeah, okay. Make a run on R&D. We've got a big hand. Nothing could possibly hurt us here. I believe so, Chris, that if you simulchip a Hush after half-run reses, it still applies. We will not install Paperclip from the heap, no. We will take 4 net damage. We'll draw 2 cards. I want to install this so bad. Let's go. Let's play 3-card runner against Jinteki. Let's go. Yeah, and Jamie, please do let me know what half run does against Credit Hansei. Okay. So, we've got 5 clicks here. Amakua is maybe bad for us. SMC. I think we have enough to launch. Let's see. If it's the Nancy, we need. Okay, if it's in the Nancy, we need 5 to get Begalter, right? Jesus, what was I thinking? Okay, 5 to get Begalter. 4 to break strength, that's 9. We need 12 credits, so we don't have enough at all. So we're going to click for a credit, and ditch the Amakua, I think. Yeah, that was my that would be my. If you had asked me to make a judge ruling at an event, I would have said that half run creates a lingering effect, which is. Oh, are we looking at some kind of grinder? That would be unfortunate. Oh, I should look at what card I exposed on that. It was Fairchild 3. So actually, I can run this click 1. And just hope that they didn't put a snare in server 1, I guess. 6 clicks! Let's go! 1.5 runner turns. All it took us was a hand size and the corp being in a really good spot. We also don't have to spend our whole turn on this, right? We can just go and grab Ngolo, which is pretty reasonable. Wait, it is actually much cheaper for us to do this. Whoops. Because we still get like an entire turn after this. That's wild. Oh my god! Oh, that's great. That's beautiful. GG. I should have drawn once. I forgot. I honestly forgot I was 6 clicks. I was just like very all in on the. Oh, I have to be ready to click through Fairchild 3. Then I like did halfway one way, half the other, and we got where we got. So that's great. Yeah, maybe running archives makes more sense there. I don't know. That's beautiful. I mean, like, this is one of those things where, like, oh, cool, someone does that, but, like, in a tournament setting, I don't know if that wins you any games, but, yeah. Yeah. See. I keep thinking this is Chris Dyer, but it is not Chris Dyer. Yeah. That's funny. That's for sure. That's a funny one. But hey, if people want to say, oh, that's why you should always include snare, they can have that win. No, Unadrish. That's totally fine. Stupid 6 bacterial deck. I'm not sure what deck that is. Is this just like a punitive, feed them 6 points and kill them? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, given how much money you were making, that makes sense. It's a bummer because I think like installing snare and remote is like basically always a bad play, and I just chose to accept the risk and for actually no reason because I forgot how cards work. But no, you got me good. You definitely got me good. So no need to apologize. Take the win. Yeah, I think like you're pretty sad if I click to draw a card, run that Fairchild 3 server. Um I'm surprised you're actually on Oboes in a punitive game plan. Because the runner can choose not to seal it. But I'm sure like I don't doubt that it makes some sense. Yeah. We're gonna try and get one actual game with that Dow list in, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I guess I don't know how well punitive decks can rush to win, but I don't know the list. Like a lot of good runner play right now is not about trying to win; it's about trying to not lose. And very rarely, and then sometimes you have to be like, oh shoot, I have to quickly pick up the pace and try and not and win quickly. But generally, you try and play it slow, control the board, and go for the win. This is going to be a rough matchup. This is definitely going to be a rough matchup. Play well feels like a call out. It feels like a freaking call out. Jeez. Is this going to be gamble, gamble, check, check? I feel like that's the play. Yeah, we're just going to check 2 out of 3 here. We don't even need to... Yep. Okay, fantastic. I actually don't really need to check anything else here. Yeah, I actually don't think I need to check anything else here because I got the Ares. Yeah, guessing the Ares right there is a big deal. I think I probably don't trash... Well, with nothing on the board, taking a tag's not a big deal. Okay, so I think this turn I can go run server 5 just to check it. That can stay. Run server 4. That can stay. They're going to go to 12. I would go slightly below 12, but still be okay. I definitely forgot to put misdirection in, though. Oh, they're going to go to 10. Okay, so they can go credit, HHN, which I don't think is great. Econ Warfare... No, they can't do Econ Warfare with this Influence Suite. Because they've spent 3 Influence face up. And it would be, this would be, you never, you don't, like, you very, very rarely do one of each campaign. That seems kind of weird. Wow, just stacking on R&D. Draw. Let's run HQ here. Nope, that can stay. On server 7. Okay, well, I didn't dirty laundry that. And then we're just going to draw. Just stay high on money here, I think, is the biggest deal. I don't think... I included misdirection, which is definitely a mistake in this matchup. But we're going to try and just play this as if we don't have misdirection. So we're going to play very slowly and carefully. That's probably going to be a sand out there somewhere. I actually don't think I mind this turn too much. It's not ideal for us, for sure. But they have to invest a shit ton into this. Yep, so they dissuade us from running, which makes me think that there's almost certainly an agenda. You think there's an Ares? Yeah, I think so too. Okay, Bladderwort. Ah, that's why they went to that number. Okay, it's good to know. Double Bladderwort. I don't mind. These cards don't do anything to me. Like, functionally, my cards in hand do not particularly matter. At some point, I can install the Parisia and deal with them, but it's not even relevant anymore. We're only on one prepaid voice pad. It's not really a prepaid voice pad deck. So they're going to have a Sandstand installed and vamp themselves again. And I don't think we care. I don't remember what server 6 is, unfortunately. Let's see. I don't particularly need to do anything here. I'm going to take 1 damage. Oh, Amaku would be nice to have. We'll have a money lead by going Trash Bladderwort, clear a tag, Proco. When it can score out. So if they score out the CTM, that'll be annoying. I don't particularly fear the Reaper here. That's a trillion influence. Nope. Okay. So we're going to run server 9. Pay 1 to Trash Bladderwort. What? Yeah. So influence right now we've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Reaper function seems too much, but maybe it's what they're doing. I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna go bink, bink, bink. We'll just keep binking up. I don't feel like I'm under a ton of threat here. They're gonna duck again, and that's fine. There was a Maryland shuffled back. They have 2 Marylands going. They have the Amani up. We maybe care about that, but probably what we do is we trash the sand and keep going. In an ideal world, maybe we trash the sand, trash the bladderwort, and keep going. So we probably want to run the spin doctor this turn. Then run this. Yeah, I think that's probably the play, is run spin doctor. So now we're at the point where we can start taking apart the board. We've got a nice little credit buffer here. And we want to do this before both bladderworts are accessible. We've drawn back in. We run server 8. We might actually have to delay the sand turn. This is not APOC, no. I think my opponent's thinking that it is, which is not like an unfair read. Sure. It's a bit of a weird boost. So we will... Okay. We're going to give ourselves a tag again because our opponent doesn't understand how CTM works. Do I think Tau is good? I think Tau is a pretty solid ID. I genuinely think Tau is a solid ID. I think I can take out the sand and not feel like there's a lot of threats on the board. It's a little bit tricky for me to do that right now, I guess. Well, maybe not so much anymore. Please click the right thing. There we go. I think we'll actually do this, and we will Proco. Great. Opponent will catch up to us in credits here, especially if they Rashida, so we might be open to an HHN. Looks like exactly what's going to happen. We do have to go and trash this NASX because that allows them to keep the Bladderwort up forever, I guess. The fact that they get to go into this trace is quite annoying, I guess. So maybe I don't trash this NASX. Like, I just check server 16 here and see what it is. So they can boost to 9 here. I suspect they will. But our cards in hand don't matter too much. Let's check server 16 here. And we're really paying the cost here of not running misdirection. So, like, this is a funny thing where, like, if we're running misdirection, we're very, very ahead here. But because we're not, we've made ourselves have a very hard time. And it wasn't an intentional decision, it was a completely accidental. I wonder how many times we've used Proco this game. 19 times this game. Not bad, not bad. Oh, do they market forces us? That's unfortunate. Why would you play market forces in this list? Like, it seems genuinely anti-synergistic with what you're trying to do. But what do I know? Yeah, it's comical how much misdirection saves us here. But oh well, so it goes. You live and you learn. I'm expecting boom, but I guess they can't be doing it. So maybe it's shipment from Vladisbirsk. Yeah, I guess I always expect boom, but it doesn't actually make sense here. So what you have to actually expect then is yeah, this is, I mean, this is quite silly. That we're gonna lose this because we just didn't include misdirection. Yeah, that's an annoying one to lose. Like, we have tech that we can play and we just don't have it. Oh, please, you have to finish resolving the set aside before you do the shuffle. Please, it does matter. It doesn't matter. I don't need to be salty, though. Yeah, okay. Well, let's just make the swap. I genuinely think we can just take this out. Throw in the misdirection. Be okay. And suddenly we don't lose this matchup anymore. Alright, looks like our opponent figured it out. Good. Click for a credit, run HQ. We'll pay the steel of Bologna. Not swap 2 pieces of ice. Then we'll run HQ again. And this can go, and this can go. But yeah. So, a misdirection away from winning the game. But so it goes. We'll just concede and get out of this one. All right. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. It's been a lot of fun, and catch y'all next week. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Next week we'll play some Corp just to swap it up, and I'll see y'all then. We'll Maybe we'll give... I don't want to give Eric's op a try because I don't think it's going to give us valuable testing data. But we'll do some other stuff, I think. So, yeah. Anyway, catch you all next week, and hope you have a wonderful rest of